learning how to trust yourself after a traumatic event doesn't have to be that challenging. And you can actually just do this one thing consistently per day, maybe even multiple times a day, even better, for you to start learning to trust yourself. Now, this traumatic event can be leaving a relationship that was unhealthy or toxic. It could be letting go of old friends or family members that have been abusive to you, or it could be something like leaving a workplace that was just very unhealthy for your mental, physical, and emotional health. So in this video, I will be talking to you about this very, very one important thing that you can do every single day for you to regain that trust in yourself again. A lot of people think that you have to do this one big, massive thing per day to really help you trust yourself again. As a matter of fact, it doesn't really have to be that big, right? It's like someone who wants to run a marathon after being a couch potato for a long time, trying to run 5 miles the first day that they got off the couch, right? Don't set yourself up for failure, set yourself up for success in doing this. And remember, you are learning, which means that this is a skill set, right? You didn't lack trust in yourself overnight, so do not expect for that full trust to come overnight as well. It is through changing small things, tiny things every single day, noticing that you're actually changing and giving yourself the positive reinforcement that will actually truly help you to trust yourself. So, what is this one thing that you get to do per day to help you regain trust in yourself? Well, it is actually following through what you said you were going to do. Did you tell yourself that you were going to do something? Yes. And did you actually do it? Did you actually follow through? This is super simple, but this gets overlooked all the time, right? Think of it this way. The reason why we lack trust in ourselves is because we have broken our own promises so many times. It's like we all have that friend, right? We all have that friend or a few friends who like to bail. They just like to bail out. They say that they're going to do something or they say they're going to show up for something and they just consistently don't. Do you trust them the next time? No, right? Like you just don't. The next time they tell you that they're going to be there after, after hurting you and not following through on their promises, you just don't expect them to be there for you anymore, right? It's kind of also that learned helplessness type thing, right? We do this to ourselves. And the reason why we haven't gained trust in ourselves or we need to trust ourselves more is because there were many times where there were many instances, there were many things that we didn't follow through. So, like I said earlier on in this video, it doesn't have to be that big of a thing per day, right? Did you say that you were going to brush your teeth today? And did you do it? Yes, right? It's simple things like, did you tell yourself that you were going to eat, vegetables today? Like at least one serving of vegetables. Did you tell yourself that you were going to make yourself a smoothie today? And did you do it? It's really these small things, right? Did you tell yourself that you were going to put your phone away by 9 p.m. and just, sleep after that? Did you do it, right? Did you tell yourself that you weren't going to hit snooze? And did you do it? It is through these small things that we tell ourselves per day that we need to be following through. It doesn't have to be that big. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to change my life today, each and everything, run a marathon, do all the things. It's through these small things that we do every day for ourselves, right? Like, did you tell yourself you were going to go for a walk? Did you actually do it? And so when you're able to consistently do it, this is the best way that you can regain your trust in yourself. Because what happens, for example, in trauma, right? For example, you left a healthy, toxic relationship. Now, I'm going to assume that you had many intuitive hits, you had many gut feelings telling you that it's time to move on, it's time to leave, it's time to get out, but you didn't follow through it, right? Those were the things that made you lack trust in yourself. So you regain it back, not by entering another relationship and trying to fix it that way. Again, it's just through these little things per day. Did you tell yourself that you were going to read a page of a book? Just do it. It's through these little things. And then on top of that, extra bonus points for this, when you notice yourself doing it, when you actually brush your teeth, when you actually floss at nighttime, when you actually do your skincare routine before bed, and you actually follow through with it, make sure you give yourself a pat in the back. Make sure you positively reinforce yourself. Make sure you tell yourself that you did a good job for flossing. You did a good job for walking. You did a good job for for putting your phone away when you said you were going to, right? It's through these promises that we keep for ourselves that actually help us regain the trust. And once we are able to follow through small things like these, then bigger things get easier to follow through, right? Then you'll trust yourself to take bigger leaps. You'll trust yourself to put yourself out there more. You'll trust yourself to no longer text that ex-partner, right? But it starts with all of these small things. So what are you going to do today to help you follow through on what you said you're going to do? You can even make this fun and track it, right? Put it in a Word document or a Google Sheets document. What were the things that you actually follow through with, right? And if you didn't follow through some of the things, what do you tell yourself, right? That also has a big impact on how you trust yourself. Do you beat yourself up, or do you just learn from the lesson and then do better next time, right? That is the mindset that you want to have with this. Is it going to be 100% you're going to do everything that you say you're going to do? Not 100%, because no one's perfect. But when you do notice that you're avoiding certain things, take a look at it, right? And how do you talk to yourself when you notice it? Do you beat yourself up? Do you criticize yourself? Or do you allow yourself to give yourself some compassion and at the same time give yourself a pep talk and be like, girl, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep doing this, right? So being able to put all of those together are key ways to help you trust yourself more. So any questions, any comments, concerns, make sure you drop them in the comments below, and I cannot wait to see you soon.